After traveling to 49 countries and going on hundreds of trips, some just a weekend, others as long as 6 months, there's one thing I've mastered: what toiletries are actually worth packing. Over the years, I've tested countless products, downsized full routines, and made peace with TSA limits. And today, I'm sharing the toiletries that have withstood the test of time and travel. Whether you're heading out on your first international trip or just want a smarter packing list, this is for you. Let's get into the must have toiletries for women who love to travel. Welcome to World Wanderers.
We're Alicia and Will.
Come wander the world with us. All right, let's dive in. I'll be breaking down everything into 5 categories: hair, general toiletries, health, skincare and makeup, and cycle. If you'd like to check out any of the items I mentioned, I'll leave links in the description below. Let's get started. The first category is hair. If you haven't given bar shampoo and conditioner a chance yet, I'm here to tell you that you absolutely need to try it at least once. I was skeptical at first, thinking there's no way this is as good as my liquid conditioner and shampoo, but I was totally wrong. Not only does this last me at least a month or two for this one little bar, and I shower at least once a day, sometimes twice a day because I really like to swim, but it's so much more compact and lighter. If you're trying to do carry on only, it's a complete game changer because instead of having 3 ounces of liquid that you're allowed to bring, this will last you literally a month or two more if you don't wash your hair as often. So 100% love the way bar shampoo makes my hair feel as well. I'm a really big fan of the Saphis brand from Amazon, which I'll link below, and then also the Pure Roots brand. I think they're really good value for the money. They come in like multi packs and they're not crazy expensive. So I really like these. And on that note, I also think it's worth grabbing one of these Matador soap bags. They are dry through bags with this special technology that basically allows you to throw your shampoo or conditioner bar or even just a regular bar of soap in. And then, just like a dry bag, you would seal it up. And then this makes it completely waterproof. So if your shampoo bar is still wet and you pack it in here, it's not going to get wet stuff all over your clothes. And also, it's going to allow it to dry while it's in the bag. So I used to just use like a Ziploc bag or a little plastic soap dish, but that would not let the water evaporate. And basically the bars would become all gummy and I'd have to throw them out early before I would use them all. So even though this bag is like 10 to like $14 depending on when you're looking at it, which I thought was originally ridiculous, I should have gotten this ages ago because it really is a game changer. Next up, I'm a big dry shampoo powder person when I go on vacation, but this is huge. And aerosols have special rules with luggage, even in checked luggage, that I just don't like to deal with. So I went on the hunt to find powdered dry shampoo, where instead of an aerosol, it's basically just a powder that you sprinkle on your hair, and then it soaks up all the oil in it, and it makes your hair feel and look clean. This one's from Lush, and I just refilled their little sample case that they gave me. But there's also a Kish one that's available on Amazon that I'll link below, where it actually comes like with a little dabber that you can dab your hair. That one's nice too. But any brand dry shampoo powder, I feel, is worth it compared to the aerosols. Next up, this is a little bougie, but I do like to bring a travel hair dryer if I don't know that the place I'm staying is going to have a hair dryer. My hair is super thick and literally will take 24 hours to dry overnight from a shower. So if I'm trying to like take a shower and then go out to dinner somewhere without sopping wet hair, I think that these dryers are actually worth the price. Again, there's like a million different versions on Amazon. I'll link one that's the same size below. This one isn't made anymore, but I think it's worth the space if you know you're not staying at a hotel with a hair dryer. And then next, a hair towel is something that I always bring with me. It doesn't take up a lot of space, and it's something that I just can't get ready without now that I've been using it at home for so many years. So this one I specifically like because it's quick dry material, so it'll dry within like an hour or two, compared to the terry cloth ones, which will take overnight to dry. So I like that this brand is Dock and Bay, I believe it's called. This is a good brand. I have a full size towel from them too that I like, but I basically just like to travel with this whenever I'm traveling because I know that this isn't something that a hotel is going to provide. I also recommend not just getting the color white, plain white, because if so, then sometimes like housekeeping will accidentally think it's one of their towels and just take it in the pile with the other towels. So if you're going to grab one, definitely grab something with some kind of color in it that stands out. And then finally, I really like this detangler brush. It's Tangle Teaser brand. There's a few different ones you could get out there, but basically it doesn't have a handle. So it's super tiny and compact compared to my normal brush that has a big long handle and it's just awkward to kind of fit in your suitcase. It also is super good. It has these little bristles at detangling my hair. I find that I'm have a sensitive scalp and this one works really well. Also works really well if you've gone to the beach or swimming in a pool or something and your hair is really tangly. I think this is definitely worth the money and worth the space. My next category is general toiletries. First, I want to talk about the toiletry bag I use. I've tried what feels like every toiletry bag under the sun: hanging toiletry bags, roll up ones, the big cinched bag ones that you just throw everything into. And this is the one that has worked for me the best for quite a while now. First of all, I like that it is, you unzip it and it's lay flat. So basically, when I get to my accommodations, it's super easy to work out of. I can see everything that's in there and have it sitting on the vanity and work out of it with my like toothbrush and my makeup and everything in there ready to go. Secondly, I like that it has a bunch of different zippered compartments on the inside and elastic pockets. And I just find that it's laid out in a way that doesn't have a lot of wasted space for me. But the biggest thing about this is the shape. The fact that it is rectangular means that it fits around my packing cubes really well. Whether I'm using it in a backpack when I'm doing carry-on only or a actual huge checked luggage, I find that this takes up the smallest amount of space for the amount of stuff that I can pack into it. And it's been really durable. You can wipe it off because it's like fake leather. But there's a bunch of different ones on Amazon that have the exact same functionality. Just lay flat makeup bags is what you search for, or I'll link it below. But it's been really good for me, and I should have switched to this one years ago. The next thing I want to talk about is a Q-tip holder. Now, you can get this from Walmart or on Amazon, but basically this little holder, I just keep refilling over and over. I think it's like $1.50 it costs, or $1. And it's just super organized. It slips into my bag really easily. And I find that I always remember to refill it because it's easy to see. Next, speaking of things that I refill, toothpaste. So my trick here is that I'll take any little travel toothpaste container, and this is 0.8 ounces, so obviously fits within the TSA limits. And then I use this Crest Scope toothpaste. Now, specifically, it's the kind that has this little cap right here. And basically, this spout allows you to just unscrew the travel toothpaste. Here, I'll show you. And then just jam it in, and you can squeeze as much into there as you want and refill it. So basically, I never have to buy a bunch of these little travel toothpaste again because I'm just refilling the same one over and over. I also, this is my favorite toothpaste, so I like that I can use whatever toothpaste I want to refill these little guys. And then this lasts me probably 2 weeks, or I'll take 2 of them if I'm going on a longer trip. I also make sure to always pack nail clippers and tweezers. First of all, I feel like tweezers, you just never know when they come in handy to take like a thorn out of you, or if you get a splinter or something. And also with nail clippers, I use them as scissors too, to take like tags off something, or if anything I need to cut. So I definitely always bring these 2 things with me in my toiletry bags. And then I use an electric toothbrush. Now, I use a Philips Sonicare toothbrush, and it came with a big, bulky travel case, which I did like that it protected it and would make it not get dirty, but it took up so much room that I couldn't even fit it in my toiletry bag. I found this little makeup brush case on Amazon, specifically one that has a top opening here on the side. It has this little clip that just closes it on the side, but you can see that it kind of has an opening that rounds the top. And that's the key here that allows it to fit in here. So basically, if you take the head off of your toothbrush and you take the bottom, it fits in here perfectly. And this is like a normal size electric toothbrush, not a travel one. So I only have one. And I just bring it with me on every vacation or anytime I'm traveling, and it works really well. It also fits in my toiletry bag really well, and there's also room in here to put the little travel size toothpaste as well. So I have my whole toothpaste situation all together, which is nice. Next, I'm big on nail polish. I wear it all the time, but I don't like to bring a whole bunch of cotton balls and the nail polish remover, which is another liquid. So definitely get yourself some nail polish remover wipes. There's a million different brands out there you can get, but I throw a few of them in my toiletry bag. They don't take up a lot of room, and then you don't need to bring cotton balls and the liquid acetone. So that's definitely something I would recommend if you like to wear nail polish. And then from a jewelry standpoint, I feel like every jewelry case on the market as well. And this is the one that works best for me, a roll up one. So as you can see, it has three different like levels, and you can just put whatever jewelry you want in here, whether it's earrings, necklaces, or whatever. And I find that this is enough separation that things don't get so jumbled up, but I can also just set it down and see everything that I want and just leave it open. And then it folds up and then it snaps. And again, it's kind of longer, so it fits in around packing cubes for me. And it also, it doesn't take up a lot of space. So I really like this version. And then my last thing for the general category is I love this pop-up hamper. I find that it keeps me super organized. All of my laundry can go in it. And I have a designated space where I'm throwing dirty clothes to keep them separated from my clean clothes. And then at the end of my trip, when I'm packing to come home, if I haven't needed to go to the laundromat at all or send laundry out, then I just take everything that's in here, roll it up, and put it in my suitcase. And then I will put this on top of it, laid out flat to separate it from my clean clothes and my dirty clothes. And as you can see, it bundles up super small. So I just find it's super easy to take clothes to the laundry in. And it's also, even if you're not doing laundry, a great way to keep things separated and just have a designated place to throw stuff in your hotel room. Next up is the health category. I always bring deodorant with me, but instead of bringing this one, which I keep at home, I get the travel size one, which is like a quarter as big as those. I need to order more right now, but I will show a picture of it up here to show the size difference. But I definitely would recommend getting travel size deodorant. They sell them on Amazon in big packs, so you could just throw one in for each trip if you need one. But they last me at least a month. So I think the travel size is definitely the way to go here. Next up, which is kind of controversial, is I like to travel with a scale if I'm going to be gone for a month or more, especially if I'm taking a cruise, because I tend to overeat because I have very little self-control. But I find that if I step on the scale each morning and just track where I'm at, I tend to make healthier choices. So I like this one. It's very small and compact and lightweight compared to a normal bathroom scale. So I can just slide it into my checked luggage if I'm bringing that. That's when I'll normally bring this. But just make sure to set it on a completely flat surface, because if the feet are on different tiles in a bathroom, it won't give you an accurate reading. But I do like this because it just allows me to kind of know where I'm at and know if I should probably be a little bit better the next day. Next thing is I like this weekly pill case. It slides out and I put all of my vitamins in here. So I like that it's just super compact and again fits in my toiletry bag really well, because again, it's kind of this longer rectangular shape. So I also have a second one that I'll sometimes put jewelry in, like earrings, if I'm going on a shorter trip. But I find that this doesn't spill everywhere and doesn't have the little tabs that constantly will pop open if it hits something else in your bag. So I find that this is a really good design for me. The next thing is a medicine caddy, which I am obsessed with. So I am very big on always being prepared with the kind of painkillers you need, because I don't believe in suffering. If I have a headache, I'm going to take Excedrin. I don't drink alcohol, so I feel like it kind of makes up for it. But I love that this is so organized. So this little thing has a bunch of different compartments, and it comes with labels that you can either make your own if you want to, or it comes with pre-made, like, I don't know, I want to say 100 different ones of the most common types of medicine that you can basically just stick on here in the large size or the small size. So I love that this is super organized. I know that this is Excedrin, this is acetaminophen, I have cough drops in here, Dayquil, whatever, and it's super organized. And I feel like I don't have to bring all the little bottles with me or all the boxes, and it's super compact. I'll even throw this in my backpack when I'm going on like a day trip somewhere, or even, like a short hike or something, just to know that I'm going to be prepared and I won't be in pain. Speaking of pain, if you are going on hikes or doing a lot of walking, Body Glide is amazing. If you're not familiar with it, it's kind of like a deodorant stick, it looks like, but it's actually to put on places of your body where something will rub. So like I'll put this on my feet, or sometimes like my inner thighs if they're rubbing together, if I'm walking a lot during the day. It's basically anti-blister and chafing balm, and it's amazing. This is like the guy version, so there's no fragrance. So my husband uses this as well. But definitely, especially if you're going to like a theme park or something, or know you're going to be walking 20 miles in a day, or if it's hot out, or if you're like wearing a skirt, this is totally worth the space it's going to take up in your toiletry bag. And then finally, I have learned that I always need to pack earplugs. They're super tiny, they don't take up space. I think you can get like a 5 pack of them on Amazon for like $6 or something. But if you are going to be in a room where somebody's snoring, if you're going to be in a room where you don't know what the outside street sound like, or cars are honking all night, or my personal least favorite, when the hotel has that adjoining door where you can hear every word of somebody saying in the room next to you, or their TV blasting at all hours of the night. I've found that this little thing has saved my sanity so much. So I always just put them in my toiletry bag, and I always have them no matter what. And if I lose them, not a big deal. I have another pair that I'll just throw in for the next trip. My next category is skincare and makeup. First up is makeup remover pads. You may be familiar with the makeup eraser big rag that comes like this big, that's been super popular for years, but they make travel size ones. Like this is an off brand that basically do the exact same thing. I find that these are more than big enough for my face to get all of my makeup off. And then I'm not bringing those little disposable, like Neutrogena single use makeup remover pads. So it's less wasteful. I also find that I just throw this in the wash with my regular clothes, and it gets brand new looking again. You can get a huge stack of them like this on Amazon for super cheap, and I'll just put 1 or 2 in my bag and bring it with me. And this is more than enough for literally months long trips. They last for forever. So I really love those. Next up, if you do wear makeup, is going to be this makeup brush holder. It's like a silicone holder with magnets that let you just pop your makeup brushes in. And what this does is it not only keeps it super organized, but it stops the makeup on your brushes from getting all over the rest of the toiletries that are going to be in your toiletry bag. So I find that I don't have to have a separate makeup bag if I don't want my makeup contaminating everything. So I put a bunch of brushes in here. I also sometimes will put like my eyeliner in here or mascara. A lot fits in this little guy, and I definitely think it's worth the few dollars on Amazon it is, just to keep everything clean and organized. Next up is these 3-ounce liquid containers. I've tried a bunch of these over the years, and sometimes they say they don't leak, but they do. So these ones that I'm going to link below are my favorite. It comes in a 4 pack with a little plastic case as well. I don't always use all 4 of them. I sometimes will just bring about 2 of them and then put my shampoo and conditioner bars in this bag as well, just to keep it separated if there's not room in my normal toiletry bags. But I really like that this not only does it keep it from spilling, but it's the perfect amount. That's the most you can get through TSA, and then it's super easy to use, and then super easy to clean too as well. I even put these in the dishwasher when I get home, and they're good as new. So I really like these 3-ounce containers. Next thing I always bring with me is some sort of sunscreen. I put this into the liquid container so that I don't have to bring a whole big bottle, which is how much I'm going to need. I'll fill 2 of the 3-ounce containers if I'm going on a really long beach vacation, for example. But I like that specifically, I will bring a beauty blender. So I don't like the feel of sunscreen, but I find that if I'm using a beauty blender to rub the sunscreen into my face and onto my body, it doesn't feel as sticky and weird to me. Maybe because I'm like preconditioned to think I'm just putting on makeup and it's fine that I'm rubbing stuff all over my face. But if you're going to bring a beauty blender, then they also have the silicone beauty blender holders on Amazon, which I really like as well, because again, it stops it from getting all over the rest of your toiletries, and it also allows it to dry because it has these vents in it. So I definitely always bring these if I know I'm going to be needing sunscreen, which I guess realistically I should be using sunscreen all the time, because as we get older, you're supposed to use it on your skin. So I'm trying harder to make up for my youth where I never put sunscreen on ever. Next thing for skin is definitely this hyaluronic acid serum. If you are not familiar with this, This is my like find of the year. Again, like I was saying, I don't like the feeling of lotion on my skin, but this serum is just as hydrating as lotion, if not more so, in my opinion. And it goes on and dries like instantly. It feels really nice on my face. I put it on my arms, my hands, like my body. I use it everywhere. And this is the perfect size for travel. It's 1 ounce, and this will last you like probably 2 months, especially if you're just putting it on your face. But it comes with a dropper, and it doesn't like explode in your bag at all. So I really like this brand. At home, I have the entire huge pump one, which is like a better value for the money because it's a plastic bottle. So I'll just refill the pump into this one and just keep refilling this guy over and over and over. But I love the way it makes my skin feel, and it's my favorite skincare find of the year. So I bring this on every trip with me. And especially I keep it in the carry-on on airplanes because I feel like if you're going on a long haul flight, it dries my skin out so bad. But if I put this on at the beginning of the flight before I go to sleep, and then when I wake up, I feel like $1,000,000. And then my last one, if I'm bringing a checked bag and not doing carry-on only because it takes up a bit of space, is going to be a makeup mirror. So I like that this one lights up as well. It's tiltable. You can just do your makeup anywhere in your room. I find this particularly helpful if I know I'm going to be sharing a bathroom with girls, because I feel like everybody's trying to get in there in the mirror in the morning to do their hair or do their makeup, and it's steamed up from the shower. You can't see anything. Whereas here, I can just put this makeup mirror on the desk, do my makeup at my leisure, or get up and do it first while other people are using the bathroom and not feel rushed at all. I also just feel like this is a good option if you also like to braid your hair like I do, because I need to see in the mirror and I hate feeling like I'm taking 10 minutes in the bathroom to do my hair while everybody else is trying to get in there. So definitely I bring the makeup mirror if I'm checking a bag. My final category is for people who have a menstrual cycle. If you're a guy and you've been watching this and you've stuck around this far, awesome. Feel free. We're talking about periods now. Basically, I've been to a bunch of different countries and regions where period products just aren't available, whether they just don't use tampons or pads and use like homemade things, or they're just not available for sale, or you wouldn't want to have to run out and get them. I have found the solution for myself. Rather than bringing a big bag of tampons around, I have definitely made the transition to a menstrual cup. So if you are not familiar, basically, I am a big fan of this one, which is called Flex Cup, which has a little string, just like a tampon, that makes it easy to pull out. But basically, there's a bit of a learning curve, which you can like use their YouTube videos to figure out how it's supposed to be used and inserted. But it's basically like a tampon that's reusable. It lasts all day. Like I just will take it out in the shower at the end of the night, and it comes in this little bag. So instead of a huge bag of tampons and pads that I have to put in my toiletries bag, I literally just always have this little thing in the pocket of my toiletries bag, and I'm good to go wherever and whenever I need it. So I really like this, and it lasts all day. I don't have to constantly change it. And this is especially great if you're swimming or doing any kind of water related activity. So if you've tried other cups in the past and didn't like them, Flex Cup is definitely the one that made the game changer for me. And I've switched to it and I've never looked back. I've been using this for probably 5 or 6 years now. Love it. And then to pair with that, if it's a super heavy flow day, I definitely recommend some kind of period undies, just because if you have a leak or whatever, this is like a secondary backup, which is going to let you not ruin your clothing. So this combo for me together has been such a game changer. And also these, I'll link them above with Amazon, but this brand specifically, I just pack all the time because it's just as comfortable as regular underwear for me. So even if I don't have my period, I'll still use it as my backup underwear. But I really like them and feel like this combo is like, should be putting tampons and pads out of business because it's awesome and it's so much better for the planet too. I'll just rinse, if anything gets on the undies, I'll just rinse them out in the sink and then throw it in my normal laundry bag, and I just wash it with my regular clothes. So I definitely recommend this if you get your period. 100% worth the effort to try and see if it works for you. And that's it. Those are the tried and true toiletries I've relied on across countless trips. If you have any personal must-haves that you never travel without, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear what works for you too. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe if you want more travel-related tips and packing guides. And if you want to check out must-have products I bring for long hotel stays, I'll link that video next. Thanks for watching and safe travels.